This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, let's talk about it. Raleigh Romero and Claressa Shields. You see, there's a fundamental truth and there's a fundamental principle, value, moral, as you can say, as it relates to men and women and the genders, right? If you notice, Claressa Shields went on her hurrah of basically saying that she can beat Raleigh Romero in basically a 12-round fight. Not sparring, 12-round fight. She was cornered by the likes of Shannon Sharp. And Shannon Sharp basically told her, this is not going to happen. There's no way that you're going to beat a man. And she basically resorted to what women resort to when women are left with no choice but to face the truth, right? Accountability. You know, there's a saying that says 100 women versus accountability is undefeated. Let me say it again. 100 women versus accountability is undefeated. But there's a reason why that saying is reminiscent, and there's a reason why that saying holds true. It's because 100 women versus accountability is undefeated. I mean, it's cold-hearted. It's unadulterated. It's cutthroat, truth-telling fashion. But we also have to look at the underlying truths here. She was gaslighting, which is typical for most women to do at a 95% clip. This is what modern day women do. You know, they walk around, they want to have their cake, they want to be it too, they want to eat it too, they want to be modern day prostitutes, right? Basically put up their cash apps and they basically tell you they want free meals and all this other stuff, right? But then at the same time, they want to be able to stand toe to toe with men and tell you they could be in the same room with men. It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, but in its most cold-hearted, visceral form of cutthroat in truth-telling fashion. And we can't forget that we have to be unadulterated with it. We have to give the peeling of the layers, right? We have to peel the layers of the onion. And what is the layers of the onion that we're peeling here? That Claressa Shields has a fundamental problem that has been wreaking and plaguing the Western civilization of society, i.e. America. And that is women thinking that they're equal with men. And of course, you have the emasculated men. You have the mama's boys that are sitting here saying, yeah, I'll take $20 million. I'll take $30 million. I'll take $100 million. I'll fight her. But these are men that are mama's boys. These are men that didn't grow up with an active father in the home. Because when you grow up with an active father in the home, the first principle, the first moral, the first value, the first level of integrity that they teach you from a rudimentary, meaning a elemental, i.e. elementary standpoint, is that there are 4 categories of weak individuals and they are off limits, i.e. women, i.e. children, i.e. the elderly, and i.e. pets. Let me say it again. There are 4 individuals, i.e. weak individuals, women being the weaker vessels. But they are weak individuals in the essence of it, that they're supposed to be off limits, i.e. women, i.e. children, i.e. the elderly, and i.e. pets. Because these 4 individuals are not meant to go toe to toe with. These 4 individuals are meant to be protected and cared for. Let me say it again. These individuals are not meant to go toe to toe with. They are meant to be protected and cared for. And if you had an active father in the home, he taught you that lesson since you were just yay high. You understood this. You got it. You overstand it. And on top of that, it becomes embedded theology because you know that they don't hold a candle. They can't go toe to toe with the likes of a man. The differentials in the strength, the differentials in the body composition, the differentials in the anatomy and physiology between a man and a woman. It is a crime. It is a travesty. And it's immoral. It's an injustice for a man and a woman to go toe to toe and to fight. But see, men that grew up with men in the home understand this. And if you notice, Raleigh Romero likened Devin Haney to the likes of Claressa Shields. And why did he liken that? Because Devin Haney acted like a woman, gaslighting, being narcissistic when he lost to Ryan Garcia. And instead of taking his L, because that's what men do. When we get our L's, we take our L's. Let me say it again. When we get our L's, we take our L's. No, he cried wolf. Because this is what men do. They cry wolf when they don't want to accept their L's, and he got his L replaced. He got his L removed. He really moved like a way a woman would move when they want things to move. Because you have to understand, women don't have physicality. So what do they have? They have their mouths. They have their catty mouths. They have their petty mouths. That's how they are conniving. That's how they are manipulative. Because they can run their mouths. That is the only thing they have that is strong. And even then, when you are a man in a strong man's position and you don't fall for it,
go ahead,
then you showcase to them how inferior conniving and manipulation can be in of itself. So when we look at the essence of this, when we have peeled the layers of it, Rolly Romero did something that was more powerful than words can ever describe. He did something that was so profound that if you really sit back and look at it, you can say Rolly Romero gets the biggest salute of the damn day. If I've never been proud of Rolly Romero and his actions and how he moves, I'm proud of the fact that he moved in this essence. He reminded the world that when you have an active father in the home, when you are raised right, you turn out to understand that there are 4 categories of weak individuals: women, children, the elderly, and pets. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth-telling fashion. I keeps the foot on the what on the Knicks. I keeps the foot on the what on the Knicks. This is He Knows Everything. Checking out.